Today I'm going to be discussing a common mistake that many young home buyers make when entering the real estate market, and that's trying to time the housing market. When it comes to buying a house, it can be tempting to wait for the perfect time to make your purchase. You may think that if you wait for the housing market to drop, you'll be able to snag such a great deal on that property. However, the truth is, it's nearly impossible to predict when the market will rise or fall. And trying to time it can actually end up costing you more in the long run. My name's Brian Johnson. I'm a real estate broker with Windermere. If you have any questions about real estate, feel free to reach out, leave a comment, or just call, text, whatever you need. I help people buy and sell all the time, so don't be shy about reaching out. My YouTube clients are my favorite clients. One of the biggest mistakes about timing the housing market is that you'll be able to identify the bottom in advance. In reality, you only know when you're at the bottom of the market when prices have started to noticeably rise. By this point, it's too late to take advantage of the low prices and you'll have missed out on the best deals. Another important factor to consider is that real estate market stats are often at least 30 days old due to the difference between the offer and the closing date. This means that by the time you have access to the latest market data, the market conditions may have already changed. They probably have already changed. This makes it even more difficult to accurately predict the bottom of the market. In fact, you won't, because when you go to look at the data, it's 30 days old, and so it's trailing, so you're always catching up. You'll always miss that bottom of the market. Another thing to consider is that interest rates play a big role in the cost of buying a house, and interest rates can change rapidly. So if you're waiting to buy until rates are at a certain level, you'll end up missing again. Rates change pretty fast. I know that right now rates, we were at 7%. People were absolutely freaking out, but now we're below 6. We're hovering around 6. You can get with some buy downs below 6 on conventional. On the FHA, you can get now I think it was in the low 5s on FHA. That's a big deal. That's basically a normal market. So, interest rates where people are worried, hoping they'll go back down to 3%. I'm waiting until that happens. They're not going back down to 3%. And if they did go back down that low, I'll tell you it would be a mistake because prices would be shooting up like crazy. Every buyer would be jumping back into the market. There would be no inventory. And then you'd be overpaying for a house that you can't negotiate on, and it might be the only one you get the offer through. So what should you do instead? If you're seriously kicking around the idea of buying a house, then contact a broker and, enter the market. What I mean is meet with the broker and talk about your goals. Then you want to meet with a mortgage person and find out what you qualify for. Then go look at some houses. You'll have more information to know if it's worth waiting. It doesn't cost you anything, and believe me, brokers and loan people love to sit down and talk. You can even make us buy the coffee. But go look at some houses. Once you're in the market, you're going to see if you find a house that you absolutely love, then you can make the decision on, is it worth buying this house now that we love, or do we want to wait till we get a better deal on another house? So the key really is to focus on your own personal situation and your own goals. Are you ready to buy a home? Do you have stable income? Do you have a good credit score? Do you need help getting your credit score up? Do you have a down payment, or do you need down payment assistance? If you need down payment assistance, there's going to be some homework you're going to have to do first. So trying to time the market, you guys, it's a risky strategy that's probably going to end up costing you money in the long run. Why don't you focus on your personal situation and your personal goals? Don't let the market dictate to you when you should buy a house. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Brian Johnson. I'm a real estate broker with Windermere. Thanks again. If you're thinking of buying a house in Spokane, I have a buyer's guide, professionally done, very nice, that will walk through all the steps that you need to take when you're buying a house. Maybe you're not ready to reach out to me yet or reach out to a broker yet, but you still have a lot of questions. You kind of want to get started but do your own research. Well, click on the link in the description. I'll also pin it to the first comment, and you can go ahead and download this free guide right now, and it will walk through all of the things you need to know about buying a house.